Marvel superheroes brings back the villain subtype with a vengeance. You got so many villains.
MODOK, Mole Man, Madam Hydra, Taskmaster, and of course the big ones like Loki, Thanos, and, Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom is a great example of villain synergy in general. In fact, he's the face card of the Commander villains deck.
It's really wonderful to be able to capture something so iconic. You can use Magic's game mechanics to tell such of these powerful stories that we all know and recognize, and then you actually get to play them out yourself on the battlefield.
Let's talk about the design process and how do you play someone like Doctor Doom?
His mechanic is built around conniving. The problem with the connive mechanic is that when you discard a land, you don't get anything out of it. Dr. Doom fixes that. Now he says if you discard a land, your opponents lose 2 life, so everything works out for Doom.
The fact that we're able to use these existing game mechanics that just fit so perfectly with some of these Marvel villains, it really is that moment where you're like, oh, this is a wonderful partnership between 2 things that really just make sense.
There's a bunch of other things that work great with Dr. Doom. Specifically, I'm thinking about Doom Reigns Supreme, which is a plan, which is a new thing for this set.
We came up with this plan subtype to kind of show the variety of things villains might be doing in the world that's going to get the heroes' notice. Dr. Doom's plan is simply take over the world.
Pretty solid plan.
That plan rewards you for having villains enter the battlefield under your control. The main set Dr. Doom, the one staring at us from the back wall there, he's a villain, and when he comes into play, creates 2 Doombots, which are robot villains, so you get 3 just for 1 card.
I, for one, really like when you're kind of like the villain at the table, and so having this plan that's counting down to like some big, powerful endgame ability is just a really fun feeling, because it really feels good to be bad.
We teased it back in Spider-Man with the Soul Stone, but the Mad Titan is actually here in this set. Villains can power up every now and then, too.
If you pay his power-up ability, you get to choose odd or even and destroy all the other creatures in play that are either odd or even. You also need the 6th colorless one because there's 6 Infinity Stones.
And you didn't feel like adding a totally new color to Magic?
We talked about it.
Okay, I understand. We had the Soul Stone already. Talk to me about how much of a pain the Mind Stone is going to be for me in my Commander games going forward.
Once you harness it, it lets you blink a creature every turn. If you've powered somebody up, you can blink them and then power them up again. And it's a 2-mana mana rock, so that's just going to make it good no matter what.
The fact that it can reset all power-up abilities, it includes Thanos' Snap. You can just keep snapping people out.
Absolutely, I like that idea.
Villains don't always stay villains in the Marvel canon. Is there any way that you could get them out of being villains, or are they just stuck with that fate forever?
There's a really cool card called the Thunderbolts Conspiracy, which lets you bring your villains back from the dead and reinstitute them as heroes. It's a rehabilitation program.
We all need to take a little trip to the graveyard sometimes and think about what we've done. Athena, you said you love to play as a villain at the table. I gotta know, which villain are you most excited about building?
I'm most excited about Thanos. There's no better feeling than when everyone's targeting you and then you win anyways.
Yeah, it's fun. If there's anyone in any sort of fictional space that can do that, it's probably Thanos.
He is inevitable.
Yeah.